Hi guys, welcome back to my read long channel. Today we are reading Candyfloss by Jacqueline Wilson. This is all Jacqueline Wilson's own work. I'm just reading it for entertainment and pleasure. So without further ado, we'll get going in just a moment. This is just to let you know that chapter 4 starts on page 49 and chapter 5 starts on page 63. So let's get going. Chapter 4. The fair was crowded. There were quite a lot of big boys milling about, the sort Mum would call riffraff. Dad put his arm round me. You stick close to your old dad, sweetheart, he said. Now what shall we go on first? The roundabout, I said. Good choice, said Dad. Come along then. Princess, select your steed. Dad, let me take my time circling the roundabout so I could see that every single horse and work out which one I liked best. I spotted a snow-white horse with a pink mane and a tail and a big pink smiley mouth. Her name was written in magenta around her neck. She was called Pearl. I ran for her the minute the roundabout slowed down, but it was difficult in my long bridesmaid's dress. Another girl elbowed me out the way and clambered on first. Never mind, said Dad. We'll wait. So we waited, and at long last the roundabout slowed down again, and this time Dad ran too, and he got to Pearl and saved her for me. You ride with me, Dad, I said. I hitched up my skirts and sat in front of the golden barley sugar rail coming out of Pearl's back, and Dad sat behind me, his arms round my waist. We paid our money, and the lovely old music started up, and we rode round and round until the whole fairground was just a mosaic of coloured lights. I wish Pearl would kick her silver hoofs and rear up off her stand and gallop away with us forever. Would you like another ride on Pearl, Princess? Dad asked. Oh, please. So we went around and around again, and we got off. Dad let me pat Pearl's nose and stroke her long mane. She's so pretty, I said. I just love her pink mane. It matches my dress, Dad. Look. We better make sure our refreshments match your dress too, said Dad. Candy for my floss. He led me to a Candyfloss stall. It was decorated with roses, and a great pink teddy bear in a frilly dress dangled from the awning. Mum never ever lets me have Candyfloss because it's so bad for my teeth, I said. You can give your teeth an extra thorough brush tonight, said Dad, and he nodded at the big blonde lady in the Candyfloss van. We'll have one each, please. My teeth are pretty duff already. I wouldn't say that, said the Candyfloss lady. You've got a lovely smile, sir. Dad gave her a big grin then. I grinned too. I love it when people like my dad. You take after your dad, darling, said the Candyfloss lady. You're looking very gorgeous in that pretty pink frock. Have you been a bridesmaid? No, it's her birthday. She's my birthday princess, said Dad. Dad, I said, feeling daft. Ah, isn't that lovely? Well, we better make you an extra birthday special. I watched fascinated as she poured sugar into the middle of her metal cauldron and then set it spinning. Wisps of Candyfloss formed as if by magic. She took a stick and twirled it round and round until it bore an enormous pink fluffy cloud of Candyfloss. Here you are, sweetheart, she said, handing it over. Oh, yum! I held it in awe, approaching gingerly, not quite sure how to bite into it. Then someone behind me jostled me, and my nose went deep into the pink fluffy cloud and stuck there. Watch out, mate, mind my little gal, said Dad, turning round. It wasn't just one mate. There were 6 or 7 big lads of them, all of them holding cans of beer. They were strutting around saying stupid things, very rude things. They didn't take any notice of Dad at all. Give us one of those big scoops of peanuts, the biggest guy said to the Candyfloss lady. Yeah, one for me too. I've got the munchies. I'll have popcorn, the big carton, said another. You wait your turn, boys. I'm serving this gentleman, said the Candyfloss lady. Here we don't wait turns. We tell you to serve us. Get it? Said the biggest. This is my store, and I don't have to serve anyone, so you can push off sharpish. Get it? Said the Candyfloss lady. They paused, taking it in. You don't talk to me like that, said the big guy. Then they called her a terribly rude word. Don't you dare badmouth the lady, said Dad. You need your mouth washing out with soap, lad. You need your mouth shutting, you big fat Burke, said the boy, and he punched Dad straight in the face. Dad hit him back, but then all his mates got stuck in. I screamed, and someone shoved me and ended up flat on my face in the mud. I lay there stunned. There was a lot of shouting and a lot of struggling. I lifted my head up. Help! They're hurting my dad, I yelled. It's okay, sweetheart. Your dad's okay now. Here, let me help you up, you poor little darling. It was the Candyfloss lady herself, sitting me up gently and wiping my sticky face. My silver crown fell off all torn and crumpled. I peered round desperately for my dad. I saw a lot of figures at the distance, of big burly guys dragging the horrible drunk lads away from the fair. They're not taking my dad away too, are they? No, of course not. He's over there, by my stall, see? Dad was leaning against the stall with a big fairground guy offering him a cloth for his bleeding lip. Don't give him that dirty old rag, Sal. Here, mind the stall for 10 minutes while I get these two properly cleaned up in my caravan, said the Candyfloss lady. She helped me stand up, tutting sympathetically when she saw the state of my dress. Dear, oh dear, still it's not ripped. I wish I could say the same for your poor dad's jeans. I'm sure that mud will wash off easily enough. Did those idiots hurt you, lovey? I don't think so, I said. I still couldn't understand what happened. One minute they'd all been hitting my dad, and the next they were all limping away, escorted by the fairground guys. Dad, I said, stumbling over to him. Dad, did you beat them all up? They're horrible lads. Dad laughed and then winced because it stretched his sore lip. Me, he said. I was blooming useless, Floss. No, you weren't. You were wonderful, sticking up for me like that, said the Candyfloss lady. He stuck up for me too, I said. Yes, he's very gallant and brave, your dad, said the Candyfloss lady. Now you two come with me and we'll get you cleaned up properly. So how come they haven't stopped fighting, I asked, as we followed her in and out of the stalls and the trailers to the circle of caravans. Our guys kept an eye out for hassle, said the Candyfloss lady. One hit of trouble and they come running, and they're tough lads too. I'll say, said Dad, especially the one with the fair hair and the skull rings, the one who gave me that rag for my nose. He felled 3 of the boys with one blow. Ah, so he's my lad, said the Candyfloss lady. He's a right softy, especially with the girls, but you don't want to get on the wrong side of him. I'm certainly glad he was on my side, said Dad. Right, this is my fans, said Candyfloss lady. It was beautiful bright pink with red roses carefully painted above the door. I love the roses, said Dad. That's my name, Rose. It was my mum's name and my grand's. They claim we were related to the fortune teller Gypsy Rose. They used to read palms and peer into the crystal ball and all that lark. Can you tell fortunes? I asked excitedly. Oh, I can read the tea leaves with the best of them, she said, smiling at me. Come on, up the steps. We climbed to the neat golden ladder and went through the pink door. Ooh, I said. It was the most wonderful, magical, strange room ever. The inside of the walls were bright pink too, with lots of paintings and flowers and country cottages and little children in nighties, great glittery glass mirrors, doubled with tripled with all the images so they weren't quite sure what was real and what was reflection. There was a big red velvet sofa with needlework cushions and a polished table with a lace cloth and a cabinet in one corner containing lots of china and crinoline's ladies. A gold clock ticked and tocked on the sideboard with a big china doll on either side. It's so beautiful, I said. I'm glad you like it, Dickie, said Rose, going into her tiny kitchen and running water into a red bowl. How come you've got running water? Said Dad. Oh, we get it piped up wherever we pitch up. So you travel all over the country? Well, just southeast. We fetch up at new site each week during the summer. She got a cloth and started washing my face and hands. She did it very gently, going carefully round my eyes and nose and mouth, not scrubbing splish-splosh the way some grown-ups do. Then she started dabbing at the stains on my dress. I had another peer round the beautiful red room while she was mopping me. How come your lovely ornaments and pictures don't get broken when you move on the next site? I asked. I'm magic. I just go zap. She waved her long fingernails and then fixed them to the walls with my occult powers. I blinked at her. So did Dad. Rose burst out laughing. No, of course I don't. I bundle them all carefully in bubble wrap each time, she said. And where do you sleep? I can't see a bed anywhere, I said. Floss, stop being nosy, said Dad. It's rude to ask so many questions. I don't mind a bit, said Rose. See that sofa? You lift the seat part, and there's my bed, all lovely and cosy, neatly stowed out of sight. What about Sal? Where's his bed? He's got his own trailer now. He's way too big to share with his old mum. What about Sol's dad? Said my dad. Rose chuckled. Now who's being nosy? She said. Oh, he cleared off a long time ago. Last spotted with a tassel-twirling circus girl half his age. Oh, right, I'm sorry, said Dad, going a bit pink. Don't be sorry, dear. I like my independence. There. She held out my pink skirts. They were wet, but nearly all the mud had come out. You've done an expert job there, said Dad. I've had enough practice. My soul used to come back covered in mud every single time he went out to play. She rinsed out the bowl and got a clean cloth. Now, sir, let's sort you out. I'm not a sir, I'm Charlie, said Dad, and this is my little girl, Floss. How do you do, Charlie? Okay, let's get you cleaned up properly. That little toe rag gave you a nasty split lip, and as well as a bloody nose. No kissing for you for a day or two. Chance would be a fine thing, said Dad. She mopped Dad very gently. Dad can be a bit of a baby when he cuts himself, but he didn't wince once, not even when she dabbed his cuts with his antiseptic. Now what about your legs? Are they cut too? She said, peering at the great rips in the knees of Dad's jeans. Just skinned. They're fine, said Dad. You're such a stoical chap, said Rose. Still, it must have been a nasty shock. I think we could both do with a nip of brandy, don't you? She poured 2 drinks in a pretty crimson glasses, and she gave me a lovely lemonade in a green glass goblet. White wine, madam, she said, serving it with a flourish. Delicious, I said. But I couldn't possibly have a cup of tea too. You don't like tea, Floss, said Dad. No, but I want Rose to read the tea leaves. Well, to tell you the truth, lovey, I only got tea bags in my caddy. But I'll read your palm. How about that? Oh, yes, please. I thrust it at her eagerly. She sat down beside me and took my palm in hers, looking at it intently. Ah, she said. What? Oh, please, what is it? Rose, what? Rose is going to tell you that you bite your nails and you just had a birthday and you're the apple of your dad's eye, said Dad, laughing. Oh, Dad, I said. Yes, shush, Dad, said Rose. She delicately traced the lines on my hand. Now this line is broken, which tells me you've had a little heartache and you felt torn in two. Is that right? Oh, yes. Don't worry, though, darling. I can see very happy times ahead. Yes, there are going to be few changes in store. I don't think I like changes, I said. I've had too many. No, these are good changes. You wait and see. What are they? I said warily. Ah, that's for you to find out in the future. Can't you give me a hint or two? They're changes to do with your home, your family, your friends. Oh no, is Rhiannon going to break friends with me and go off with Margot? You wait and see, she said, and chucked me under the chin. Don't look so worried. You wait. There are all sorts of signs and portents. This is your lucky break, Floss. Is it mine too? I could certainly do with my luck changing, said Dad. Do you want me to read your palm too? Maybe not. I'm not sure I'd like what I heard, said Dad, downing his drink. Well, you've been so kind to us, Rose. We'd better not keep you away from your Candyfloss store any longer. Come on, Floss, it's ages past your bedtime. Well, if you change your mind, come back and find me, said Rose, smiling at him. Now the least we can do is give you both a free ride on something. What do you fancy? The big wheel, the waltzer, the rotunda? Dad looked at me. I looked at him. Another go on, Pearl, said Dad. Oh, please. So we had one more magical ride on the roundabout. Pearl galloped around and around on her silver hooves, pink mane and tail flying. We flew with her, and the hurdy-gurdy music played. I sang in my head, our luck is changing, our luck is changing, our luck is changing. Okay, guys, I thought that chapter was going to take a little bit longer to read, but that is where I'm going to stop today. The next chapter is chapter 5, and that's on page 63. The story's heating up a little bit now. So thanks for sticking with me, guys, as always. Thank you for listening. Until the next time, guys, goodbye.